This is Barnstable Today for Tuesday, February 24th. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford. And just a quick reminder that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Traffic generates plenty of discussion as the Hilton Garden Inn proposal is back in front of the full planning board. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Last evening in the town hall hearing room, traffic consultant Randy Hart presented a traffic report prepared at the request of developer Stu Bornstein.
Part of the report focused on challenging traffic numbers recently presented to the planning board by a traffic expert from the Cape Cod Commission.
The numbers highlighted last night were obtained by focusing on trips generated at the Radisson Inn, another Bornstein property, just down Route 28 from the proposed site for the Hilton Garden Inn.
We didn't want to rely completely on that either. We actually did a brief traffic generation assessment at the Radisson Hotel located just to the east of the proposal. We did it during two periods, the weekday evening commuter peak period from 4 to 6 p.m., heavy commuter traffic activity on 28. We also did it during the Saturday midday time frame, which is 11 to 1, a heavy retail traffic period. We did it this past Friday and Saturday, February 13th and 14th, and what we did was essentially isolate the traffic associated with the hotel rooms themselves and came up with a traffic generation rate per the occupancy that could then be applied to a full occupancy of the hotel, which you would expect to see during other months of the year. Based on that approach, which is just a capture, if you will, of the local traffic generation rates for some hotels, we would anticipate that the project would generate an increase in volume in this area during the PM peak hour of about 20 vehicle trips. On the Saturday midday, that equates to about 25 new vehicle trips to the site. And just to put that in perspective, the numbers that were floated by the Commission in their memorandum using the general hotel category we had 20 for the empirical, they had 93 using hotel. Okay, we had 25 for the Saturday midday, they had 116. So you can see the variance. It's huge. It's not a tiny bit. It's quite a bit, actually. And so you really do need to look at it very closely and use the best information that's available. I thought it was important for the board to understand the disparity there.
Planning board questions for the consultant included one focusing on timing. That question came from board member Felicia Penn.
I don't have a direct question for you about the study. I appreciate you getting it done as quickly as you did. I just wanted to point out that many people might not take your numbers as seriously because this is done in February and not in June, July, or August, and it probably wasn't a rainy day. So I see a lot of heads nodding on that. However, I will point out it was the beginning of school vacation, and the occupancy rates at the hotel, as you stated, were somewhere in the, 84 to 92%?
We were over 110 for Saturday occupancy, so it was comparable. If
it was sold out?
No, we had 110 in the Radisson.
Oh, okay.
Occupied rooms.
So you mentioned that in your traffic report, but it wasn't stated here for the record, so I just wanted to state for everybody in there who's saying, yeah, but there's always summer, et cetera, rainy day, which there is, and it would be worse then probably. There's no doubt about it. But it was a holiday weekend in the beginning of that, and I noted for a fact that there were a lot of tourist license plates in town, as we all probably noticed at that same time. So I just wanted to get that on the record. For or against, that's all.
For the record, just, we took that into account. We decided to develop the rate based on the occupancy, okay? So, and whatever that rate was, which is defined in here, it was applied then to the full occupancy, which you would expect during the summer season. So the seasonality was accounted for in the calculation.
The planning board has continued the public hearing in regard to the Hilton Garden Inn until the meeting scheduled for 7 o'clock on the evening of March 13th.
Meanwhile, the licensing authority was in action in Town Hall yesterday.
They heard from the manager of the Old Village store in West Barnstable seeking a license to sell wine and beer.
The application is to add 160 square feet of selling space to complement our existing product and continue the expansion and rehabilitation of the Old Village store.
And you are?
Alfred Schofield, I'm sorry, sir.
And would you address the authority on the public need and convenience for this wine and beer package store?
Well, within a 5-mile radius in all directions, there is only one other competing establishment, a full liquor store, and so there is a limited density of stores in the geographic region. The amount of selling space that we're looking for is simply as an addition to the product line that we sell and to offer an added convenience to the members of the community.
Have you had inquiries from your present customers regarding wanting to purchase beer and wine?
Primarily wine, yes, sir.
And do you have any experience in the dispensing of beer and wine?
No, sir, but everyone starts somewhere.
The request for a new wine and beer license in the village of West Barnstable did not go unchallenged.
No.
Does anyone present like to speak to this application, either in favor or opposed? Please come forward.
I'm Joe Gavoni, owner of 7G's Liquors, which is the license right up the street he's talking about. I pay a $2,600 annual license fee. I work at my store 6 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day. My brother's my partner. My store is less than 3/10 of a mile to this. And I think I serve the need of West Barnstable as far as this kind of license. I'm open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. year-round until 10 or 11 on weekends in the summer.
And you'd be opposed to this because you feel the area is adequately served?
You're right.
Any questions of gentlemen? Anyone else like to speak to this application?
Licensing Authority Commissioner Gene Berman offered the motion.
Mr. Chairman, on the application of Chalk City Market LLC, doing business as Old Village Store, 2455 Meeting House Way, West Barnstable, Alfred P. Schofield, manager, for an application for a new annual wine and malt packaged goods license with a restriction that there be 64 square feet of selling area. I would move that it be granted.
I'll second.
Seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Aye.
No, I'm voting for aye. Yes.
You're voting in favor of this license?
In favor.
I have a no. So it's a majority vote to issue this license. Majority vote to issue your license. Good luck.
I would caution you that first of all, the enforcement, the underage is very important, and the size was in the motion, 64 square feet.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
To answer
You
your
change
previous
that
question.
or overflow that, you're going to have to come in to get additional modification.
I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please keep in mind that the Licensing Authority sessions are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
As far as the meeting scheduled this evening, Waterways Committee at the Marine Environmental Affairs Building at 7.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here tomorrow. I'm Mark Mumford.